real thing I have ever experienced in my life. I got fired from working at Red Robin for doing that. When do we get to bury him in a thing and jerk off on him, though? I'd say I can take on 3 11-year-olds. And he clicks the button, and he's just this woman causing him to fucking... This is the weirdest theory I've ever heard in my entire life. Well, in a lot of ways, Big Boy has never left. I agree. He will...
Oh, my phone turned off, sorry.
Oh, no, back. Okay.
No evidence for that. I have been convicted and I'm deep, and then people fall for absolute monsters on a regular basis.
Hey, hello. Let me just find my thing here real quick. I haven't, for some reason, I had it up here. Damn it, man. My intro, if you will.
For the intro?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. You're listening to the Two Hippies, One Drunk podcast. I'm this week's host, Eric Fady. Thank you so much for checking us out. If you have not liked our Facebook or YouTube page yet and subscribed, we would really appreciate that. Stuff like that is what keeps this show growing and growing, as it has been actually each week. And it's because of stuff like that. So we really appreciate that. We do think our podcast is a little different than most in that we have rotating hosting roles each week between 3 longtime comic friends, Tyler Charles.
Right here.
And Scott Ryan.
Hello from the abyss.
I know. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we have a camera issue, so Scott is just a blank black thing with a letter S on it, which might help him tonight in today's contest. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm totally naked and I'm watching a TV show.
Oh, you're pulling what is his name? Are you masturbating like?
What are you doing?
What's the CNN or MSNBC guy's name that was caught masturbating on a?
I forgot that happened.
Yeah, James Corbin or something, or
James Corbin. Yeah,
what did he jerk off on?
It was like the New York Times group call.
Yeah, what was it? What was that fucking? I can't think of the stupid Zoom call. They were doing a Zoom conference call,
and he was masturbating.
Man. I'm living the life right now.
There you go. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be jerking off if I were on that black screen and no one could see me.
You could turn it down for the
which is still more professional than James Corden, who did it on a live video.
Right, with his excuse just being, I didn't know I was on camera. Oh,
was his dick out? Sorry, keep this tangent going.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was just jerking off.
Oh,
one of those stories too that appeared and then disappeared in even me following the news. I forgot that existed until right now, and it's insane. Everybody should be talking about this all the time.
And he's still working there, by the way. Now he's still employed at CNBC or MSNBC. I forget which one it was or whatever. Yeah. Let me real quick. I normally don't do this, but let me give a little bit of a plug. I started a new podcast that's going to revolve around all of our 3 adventures out to America next year and doing comedy, and it's called Big E Comedy Venture, and you can find it on iTunes, Spotify, and all those other places. So just if you search Big E Comedy Venture, it's something I'll be doing weekly with a good friend of mine. Aside from the Two Hippies that we'll be doing regularly on Wednesdays. And we're also going to be doing a Two Hippies on the road episode, but that will not necessarily have a set date. It will kind of be a certain date that works for us where we're out there on the open road. So there's that. Tyler, I know I saw printed up a bunch of drawings and whatnot that he has. If you want to talk about that at all, or
I can't wait to be on this road trip. It's coming up. It's soon. On that, I will be selling prints of my art in 8x10 for about $10 for each of those. So if you want to get a print of some pretty cool, because it's just to be fair, I mean, if you want some of the art that I've created for this podcast, cool. But most of it is other stuff that I spent hours of time to create. So you can get some cheap art because typically I sell them for $40. So honestly,
there you go.
Is a deal.
And I'll be doing paraleading on the road too. And if these bars have a problem with either one of us, they're gonna need at least 2 guys to fight us because there's 2 of us. So
there is 2.
I would argue they might need only 1 guy to fight all 3 of us in most cases. But
a bouncer type is kicking all of us out of a bar.
And I should say that it's probably really 1 on 2 because I'll be running to the van and going, "Good luck."
Yeah, exactly.
Meet you at the hotel.
That's why Scott did say 2. He knew
that's
you
a good
would be
point.
In the van.
I'll be gotta save the equipment. I'll meet you at the hotel.
Honestly, I'm okay with that. Do it.
Okay.
I'll just woo him with my art, and you'll tell him his future, and he'll.
There
cry.
you go. And just, in that instance of getting beat up, Scott, I know it goes against obviously the code, but would you just make it up and say, "Oh, dude, you're set, man. You're about to make $1 million and shit."
Wait, would I what?
I said, like, in a sentence where you're about to get beaten up, possibly.
Yeah.
Would you possibly throw against the code? Just throw in some make believe things that what you see in the cards.
Oh no, I'm going full Romani, and I'm just like spitting curses.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. You're not gonna tell him oh, things are going to look good if you don't hit someone now.
I'll be like, yeah, you better back off before your grandkids have like crab hands or something.
I mean, that might scare him just enough. I know my one friend's idea always, if you got in a real fight, was just fucking start getting naked. And what are they gonna do? Someone really gonna fucking go after some dude?
Yep. Start barking. Like, there's a lot of ways to get out of that situation.
All right, now that's enough of the dilly-dallying. It's time to get into the game. And I have my tie and shirt on, or my tie and jacket, as well as my microphone, my game show microphone. I'm ready for round 2 of this. Is just Eric hosts a game show.
Right.
No particular one. There's several versions of it.
Steve Harvey.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, and I forgot to mention this in our pre-show thing, so I'm going to say one thing just for us three, that if you're watching on Facebook or listening later, you don't hear any of this. But we'll be doing some of these categories, and after the categories, we can all feel free to banter about them if we want. Now, that's just for the contestants, so don't you be listening to that non-contestant people.
Okay,
anyway,
now
here
take
we go.
your hands off your ears.
You can listen now, listener.
Right, here we go. So, guys, what we're going to start off with, the first few rounds here are going to be kind of a Family Feud style situation. But to decide who goes first, who wants to pick their category, we're going to do I have a survey here, and whoever comes closest will get to pick what category they want to start with. So I looked up things that are more likely to kill people on the average. People are really scared of sharks. But really, sharks don't kill that many people in the year. And so I looked up some things that are more likely to kill you than a shark. How many people would you say, on average, die falling out of bed each year? So this is just, by the way, this is not.
Yeah, did we just call
you die in bed? Not you die of your sleep. You just roll off the bed and boom, dead. So when both of you have an answer, just like say you're ready, and we'll go.
Well,
okay.
He already did the buzzer.
I know, I did.
Okay, so Tyler's already in.
By the way, because now I get his number, and I just have to decide if I want to go above it or under.
I'm gonna just have you guys both say a number. Oh, you're right, because
yeah.
That's a good point. So Scott, you're right.
Rules.
That's right. Tyler buzzed in first, so he has to give his answer.
Okay. How many people died?
How many people die on average every year just falling out of bed?
Out of their bed. 18.
Okay.
19.
Wow. Well, Scott wins.
Yeah, of course he does. Because he's 19 to infinity.
Yeah, Tyler, I agree with that. I didn't think about that in my planning. But having said that, you guys were both so fucking off that I think it's acceptable in the sense that it was 450 people a year.
Oh,
holy shit!
Okay.
Wow.
Scott still gets it though.
You know what I'm saying? Like the answers were both so bad that I don't mind that his went to infinity, because it's not like you were just off by a tick.
That's true. I was way off.
How does one even go about dying, falling
out of their bed?
I think it's probably mostly old people that already have they probably already have head conditions. maybe stuff.
In a bunk bed.
That could be too, by the way. True. That could be also the situation. Bunk bed situations.
Mountain climbers who sleep halfway up for the night.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
I don't know if that counts as beds, but but technically, I guess if you were sleeping in a tent halfway up a mountain and you fall down the mountain, that would be count as
You die.
That's
nonetheless,
an honorable death.
450 people.
450.
Scott, you won.
You won all the things.
Oh no!
Yay!
Now he just gets to go into the categories.
Oh, okay.
And we get. So here's how it's gonna go.
Gets to choose. Yep.
Scott, you'll get the traditional 3X, or I'm gonna go 2Xs because I only have 4 topics or 4 things. So you get 2 Xs on these, and if you can name as many as you can, you get $1 million per. And then after that, after your 2 Xs, Tyler gets to see if he can get any that you didn't get.
Awesome, because I took out a Thing credit card. I am very deeply in Thing debt, so I'm
right. Yeah, this is your day. This could be your day.
Yeah.
You get $1 million things per correct answer. So you get to choose what topic. Would you rather do? I surveyed myself, Eric Fady, and I came up with my top 4 favorite salads, or would you like to name something you do when you wake up in the morning? 4 answers there as well.
Something you do when you wake up in the morning.
Okay, so you here we are. Name possibly 4 things you might do when you wake up in the morning.
I mean, pee.
That's an X.
Oh, okay. This is doing me dirty. Okay.
I mean, yes, that's not something I would personally do. No, what'd you say?
You don't typically pee in the morning.
No, I do. I'm just kidding. What,
but it's not on there, right?
Did he say jerk off?
Yeah, of course.
Ding, ding, ding. There's $1 million for Scott.
You did not say jerk off.
I heard. That's what I thought I heard.
You say it.
No, I said jerk off.
Oh, no, he said it twice.
Okay,
he said it twice. I honestly I heard him say it twice. Okay, so you got that.
All right, ding, ding.
Watch The Simpsons.
Well, that's not on this list, so
you want to give it to me though. I can feel that.
That's 2 X's.
Should I do 3 X's? Maybe I should do 3 X's. I'll give you 3.
3. Okay. What else would be?
These are things I just created, by the way. They're just things I made up. This wasn't in a survey.
Yes.
You're the survey.
Take a shit.
I am sorry, Scott, but only one. You only got one of the 4 that I have listed here on my notes. Okay. Tyler, you have a chance to get 3 million things if you can name any of these.
What you do when you get out of bed.
It's just anybody, to be honest with you. This is not one. This is something that people might do when they wake up in the morning, after they wake up.
It's not.
And jerk off is already taken.
That's eat breakfast.
No. X.
What? Okay.
I mean, these are all
the things. You got to tell us the things.
You got to guess them. This is like game show,
I only get 1, right?
You get 2. I'll give you 2.
I get 2.
For the rebuttal.
I mean, what do you do when you get out of bed?
It's just when you wake up. Not necessarily get out of bed, by the way, but just wake up.
Wake up. Turn the snooze on?
You know, I'm going to give that to you because I have going back to bed. So then I'll give you that one. The judges.
All right. Cool.
The judges have ruled. You have 2 more to go and only 1 X left. So
it's a crooked game.
Oh, it is. So go back to
the
bed.
rules are constantly changing.
Say hi to your cat.
I'm sorry. That is an X. So you guys are tied at 1 million things a person.
What was the last?
The other things I had were call off work and
these are not things people do on a regular wake up.
Mindlessly scroll through your social media. I had that listed.
Those are both, and to be fair, we've both definitely done all of those things.
Yeah,
all of these things.
I've done every one of those things when I've woken up at one point.
Top 10 things.
So those are what we had listed. 4 things. So you're tied at 1 million things apiece. Tyler, because you get the second one, so you get to go. You get the first crack at I surveyed myself on this one, and these are my top 4 favorite salads.
Okay, top 4 favorite salads. I'd say Caesar.
X. I'm sorry.
Man, I can't think of a lot of other salads. Like,
That's why I didn't pick it. I've got one other one in my mind.
This is like real specific. I don't know. Like,
you gotta think it's me, so I'm an idiot.
House salad.
No, X.
That's the most generic one I can think of. Oh, what other salads are there?
So
I'm trying to think of like another one I'd seen in. I feel like I tapped.
We need an answer.
Fucking, I don't know. Like I can just think of like romaine lettuce.
I'm ready to give you an X if you don't come up with an answer here.
Okay. Yeah, give me an X, man. I took too long.
Not any. None. So since you didn't get any, Scott, I'll give you 3 X's on this one instead of 2 because you have all 4 to work with.
You earned it. I can't think of any.
Can I just point out, you aren't a very aggressive Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is laughing. He's charming. He's not yelling at the contestants.
Well, I had a bad day, so
hurry up, motherfucker.
A gas station salad.
No, sorry, X.
Salad.
I can't believe you guys aren't going to get one of these in the end.
I don't know any salads, man.
What do they call that? Like a found salad, like when you go out in the city and you just pick stuff.
No, none. X again. 2 X's.
That's hilarious.
A McDonald's salad.
You guys are going to hate it when you hear these answers. That's 3 X's. You guys are going to hate these answers after you hear them. I'm going to tell you this now.
I'm already pissed.
I don't know a single one other than Caesar.
So when I surveyed myself, and here were the 4 salads that I came up with for my favorites were taco salad, chef salad, macaroni salad,
chef salad,
and potato salad.
Oh, my God.
What was the last one?
Potato salad.
Oh my God. These are not salads.
It says salad in the name.
Green.
It says salad in the name, though.
You know what? I got to give you credit for these answers are weird, but every time when I've heard them, they've been fair.
Fair. Yeah, no. They
I had been on that wavelength.
They're passable. They're just infuriating.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe me and Scott went 6 times and got nothing on a single one.
All right. Well, after one round of the Family Feud, Scott and Tyler are tied 1 million things apiece, and we're now headed to commercial breaks where we'll be reading a commercial.
How many things does a webcam cost?
What did you say?
How many things does a webcam cost?
Oh,
maybe I could buy one during.
That's a good point. I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that. That really isn't pertinent to the game show or the commercial, but.
Yeah, the commercial is not about webcams.
But the commercial is about the 2 Hippies, 1 Drunk on the Road podcast. Hey, have you checked out one of this year's additions to the already vastly oversaturated podcast market, 2 Hippies, 1 Drunk? Out of all the podcasts out there that involve a few struggling white male comics trying to give the podcasting a try, this is definitely one of them. Now they're about to. Sorry, I have a hard time reading sometimes. Well, now they're about to.
Is that part of the commercial?
Exactly. They're about to use all that privilege to travel and perform comedy all around the country. Not because they're particularly skilled or in high demand, just because they can. And luckily, they'll be bringing us along on this incredible voyage in an all-new on-the-road version of their podcast. They're going to share everything about the experience, from complaining about hotel continental breakfasts, why local people didn't get their smart humor, and even small inconveniences like they arrived at their Airbnb a little too early. So if you're looking for a new podcast to help you get through those long days at the job you hate, and always wondered what it'd be like to get in a van and just drive around the country for months at a time, just because, this show's for you. All right, guys, we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back live. What a great spot for 2 Hippies, 1 Drunk on the Road.
As a totally unaffiliated contestant in this show, I just want to say that podcast sounds super great and interesting.
Yeah, I got to check it out.
You know what? I'm the host, and I've never met either of these 2 contestants in my life, and I agree. It sounds like a fucking kick-ass podcast.
Yeah. Seems like they're going to get into some hijinks.
There'll be hijinks. Yeah. And possibly hilarity.
Will ensue.
I would argue. Anyway, we're into the game.
Yeah.
So we're going to do another survey to decide who gets to pick first choice of categories for our second round of the Family Feud style part of the game. And so according to a 2014 survey by Christian Realtor Lifeway, which is a very odd periodical, it seems to me, in Nashville. I mean, think about that. Christian Realtor Lifeway. I guess it's whatever. in Nashville. But this is a real survey. I found this on Google, so this is a real survey. In their Christian Realtor Lifeway Nashville survey, a blank percentage of Christian Americans regularly pray for a good parking space. What percentage is that?
Can I just say really quick, Christian Realtor Lifeway sounds like one of the websites I will skip when I'm trying to steal TV.
It does sound like quite a riveting, like I said, a periodical that I'm sure has quite many great articles.
And one very passionate reader.
Right. Anyway, so a certain percentage of Christian Americans they found regularly use their power of prayer for a good parking space. What percentage do you think that is?
I'm gonna say 10%.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, well, is it right? Isn't that how that works?
Now you go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Whoever's closest.
I say 25%.
Wow, Tyler really thinks some Christians are out there like, please, Lord, give me a parking space this morning.
My mom for sure does that. I know she does.
Please, Lord, give me the good parking space by the Walmart today.
As somebody who regularly practices magic, I'm not above petitioning spirits for stupid.
Yeah.
Exactly. And why not? I actually think this number, I don't know if I thought this number was higher or lower than what I would think. Scott is going to win again. 7% apparently of Christian Americans regularly pay for good parking spaces. So here we go, Scott. You can now choose between what would someone do to make them a bad customer, or I surveyed myself and I came up with my top 5 porno categories.
First of all, just want to say, could you imagine being God? And getting that petition?
Oh my God, dude. How absurd. And by the way, if 7% said it, more are doing it. It's just 7%. Think about being willing to give that. Really, you wrote that down in a survey. What are things you pray for? World peace, my grandma's health, whatever. Well, I'm always getting fucked in the parking space department.
Right. Hey, God, I'm fat and I don't want to walk. So can you help me out here?
Do anything here? Can we work something out? How absurd. You're right, dude. The idea. And let's assume that the Christian God is a thing. And omniscient. Yeah. Well, no, I'm the one where he's like I can't think of presence. Yeah, there we go. That's good enough. Everywhere. He's helping everybody. He's creating saving people, dealing with heaven, all this shit. And you're like, dude, kind of a hassle to walk from the back of the parking lot.
Right, imagine bothering your parents for that shit.
Seriously.
Imagine calling your dad, hey, can you help me get this parking spot?
Right. Could you park here?
He's above the president. You're.
Yeah, I would say that God is above the president. I would agree.
I think in hierarchy.
Authority.
Not much, but he's up there. He's up there, yeah.
Imagine writing a letter to the fucking mayor for a parking spot. What a jackass you'd feel like.
These are all great points in this scenario.
I guarantee you someone has written to a mayor about a parking spot.
Well, we had a person in one of my last in our Yelperty that wrote a survey, a review saying that he'd been there 2 different times at that hotel and they didn't sweep the parking or the sidewalk or something.
Yeah, so. Exactly. If you're taking the time out for that, you're definitely going, hey, mayor, give me a better parking spot. Make less parking.
Okay.
Alrighty, Scott. You want to pick? I surveyed myself, and these are my top 5 porno categories. Or what would someone do that would make them a bad customer?
You know what? I don't feel like telling on myself today, so we're gonna go bad customer.
Well, don't you worry. Once I finish the porno man,
telling on yourself.
We're still gonna have a nice, healthy discussion about the porno categories after they've been discussed.
Yeah, no matter
what.
Don't
worry about that.
That's fair enough.
Anyways, so here we go. What would someone do to make them a bad customer? Now we got to remember these are things I just made up. But having said that, I've worked a lot of retail jobs, so
so you do know. So what is it?
Asking for the manager for any reason.
I thought that was a little too easy, so I said no. That wasn't in the 4 I had.
You son of a bitch! The whole point of Family Feud is the easiest answers are the rightest answers.
Well, this isn't really Family Feud. This is just a game show.
Shady Feud, dude.
Yeah, this is just I made up questions and answers. So
does you being the Steve Harvey here count as blackface? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I mean,
a lot of people in that role. He doesn't have to.
I like to think myself as the Louis Anderson version of the Family Feud.
Ooh, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Minus the fatness.
Skinny. Yeah, I was gonna say skinny Louis Anderson.
Yeah, skinny Louis Anderson. So no,
okay,
no.
So no to that one. This is hard. Why is it so hard? This should be so easy. Okay.
Honestly, you'll know all these answers. These ones aren't even as bad as the waking up ones. But I understand that you don't know where my mindset is. But
yeah.
Right. Asking for help, just in general.
I don't have that.
Okay, so that's 2. I feel for my own sense of dignity, I need to get one of these ones right.
You won't.
I don't. You should get one.
Coming in 5 minutes before close.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Walking in at 9:55 when you close at 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you got one on the board there.
Mm-hmm.
You got more.
Having kids.
Yeah, that would be. That's actually a great answer. That is a terrible chuck against customers when they have kids. But I didn't have it, so you're gonna end there. That is a good answer, though.
Yeah.
Tyler,
you said yeah. I was like, oh man, damn.
I do hate kids too, so that was a good read of the room.
So this is what again? Explain the
3 things that someone would do to make them a bad customer. Like, say you were working at the Meijer or the Kroger or something. What are 3 things people could do to make them a bad customer? I'll give you 3 X's.
Ask you why you're out of something.
You know, I'm going to go to the judges on this one, and I am going to give it to you. I have...
This is the second time this has happened.
I'm loving these judges.
I don't get no slack.
Tyler doesn't. Scott, you don't even know what the answer is before you. Let me hear what the answer is, and then let me see if you still object to my judge's ruling.
Fine. A vein is bulging in my forehead right now.
I have the answer.
You're jerking it.
The answer I'm gonna give him on via the judges, of course, not me. Telling you because they did not have one thing, they are never coming back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah,
stretch.
I feel like
I know Scott's pissed, but it is what it is.
They're never so okay. And then I got one more.
You have 2 more possible answers and 2 X's left.
If you.
Oh, this is exciting. Dead space on a podcast.
I know. I'm sorry. You're right. That is a good point. I shouldn't have done that. So what we have here, I've done a little. No, you're right. I got a little weak on my hosting skills.
That is fair.
Tyler, we're gonna need an answer within 5 seconds.
You can't give me 5 seconds. Scott got so long. I just need to talk.
I also gave you a fucking answer that could not have given you. I mean, the judges.
Literally,
I earned that answer. And technically, I should just get the whole thing.
That's a second X for questioning me. You have 2 X's now, and now you have 1 X left with 2 answers.
Bullshit. That is bullshit.
Argue you shouldn't even have an answer.
If they spit on your face.
That would make him a bad customer, but I don't have that in my list. So these are what I had left. Okay. Scott, you wouldn't have said this possibly, but the second I say it, I feel like you'll be like, "Fuck me for not thinking about it." But the other ones you missed were 1, just being a customer makes them a bad customer.
Yeah. I said asking for anything.
What'd you say?
I said asking for anything.
Yeah, that's not really like
I probably could have guessed.
That's just somebody doing something out, like imposing on you.
I maybe could have gone to the judges on that, but I didn't. And then another one I had was assuming you care about your job makes them a bad customer.
Yes, that's true.
So I would say this, the biggest one on there, by the way, for any of you guys, and did you have, if out of those 4 that I've listed, just being a customer is ridiculous. But the being late thing is one thing, Scott. I know that sucks, especially if you worked at a restaurant. But when I've worked at like I said, like grocery stores, the idea of someone coming up to me and telling me like, I've had people with full fucking carts, probably $100 worth of shit, and be like, you didn't have the red Gatorade, and that's what I came here for. It's like, I'm never coming back.
I hate that. And you know what? To be fair, I will say, when you said just being a customer, I would 100% agree with and stand by that. Because here's the thing. You're getting paid hourly if you're working at one of these places. So, yeah, fuck you for being a customer. You make no difference in my life.
Right,
like, you don't make anything better for me. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Anything that you've done in your job over the years, Tyler, that you felt like a customer would make someone stands out?
Literally what you were saying, like somebody coming in late, or honestly, my thing is
in
like
your face. I mean, that
would be rough. I'm talking about like I'm assuming no one's ever
experienced that myself,
right?
But that would be shitty. In my life, I feel like the biggest thing is when people will. I mean, I worked in the restaurant industry, and when people would put shit in their food and then get free food and then not.
Oh my! I always honestly never seen that in real life. I always thought that was just a thing on movies.
No,
it's
a real thing, and people would come in weekly and do it.
Oh my god!
They knew they could get free food and they couldn't say anything.
Incredible. Well, we are tied at 2 million things per as we exit the Family Feud. Go ahead.
Is it though? Wouldn't it be 1 million, 2 million, Scott?
No, Scott got 1 on each round, and you got 1
each round.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It just doesn't feel like it because it was handed to you.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
No, it feels like I earned more, you know.
All right, well, we are going to our second round of commercials, and we'll come back with my version of the $10,000 pyramid. So here we go. This is for an app called They're Not With Me. These days, we're all so busy, right? We're all so busy, and we know how important it is to never, ever appear socially unconscious in any way. This does not stop with yourself, however. You absolutely cannot even have even one person in your circle that does not think or feel about everything 100% like social media says that we should. But how can you sift through all of the people you have known your whole life and figure out if they are a bad person or not? Like one day you're having a beer with one of your best friends. Next you find out through the internet that some person on the other side of the country who's never met you or their friend has decided they're a terrible person. So how can you keep up? Well, that's where They're Not With Me app. That's where the They're Not With Me app comes in. We know you have a lot going on. So you just download us and give us access to your entire phone. So we can read your text, go through all your social media, and decide which of your friends and family members you need to cancel from your life. Sorry, guys. We go through all the pages and all of their pages, and if they liked just one inappropriate post or link, even if it was 10 years ago, we'll give them the axe for you. That way, you stay safe, and it's not you that told your close relative to fuck off. If someone gets past the block, this is a long commercial. If somehow they get past the block,
especially with all this stuttering too, you'd think it would be a little bit more professional, the commercial, but yeah,
you would think so. You'd think so.
Yeah, the budget.
Well, the host has a hard time reading out loud, but he still finds the need to make these long commercials that seem to have some social commentary in them.
Yeah, mid-commercial.
Right. If somehow they can pass the block, we put on them and ask you what happened. You can just rest easy knowing that just letting them know that a third totally impartial app is who decided they were a terrible person, and it's not your fault. So hey, They're Not With Me, shrinking your echo chamber one person at a time. So now we're back into the game.
We're back.
Do any of the contestants have any thoughts on the commercials so far?
I just downloaded the app and immediately your face popped up.
Yeah, for real. It's like the cover.
I know. I created the app.
What is
I thought it was weird the app had a most wanted list, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Eric's face and then a most wanted list and where you can find all the pedophiles in your area.
I mean, well, it is what it is. How dare you guys? It's almost like you're not treating this commercial seriously.
No, I'm fully serious about the reaction I had to it.
Well, none of that aside, you guys are tied. So I thought that when we got to this portion, one of you'd be winning. So then you could just pick what version of the $10,000 pyramid you wanted to do. But you're both tied with a pathetic 2 million things a person. And so,
oh, man, if I had 2 million things.
And so Scott, Tyler won the Yelperty. So Tyler, I'm going to let you pick where I got a heads or tails situation. I'm
going to give that one to Scott, but he'll never know.
Oh, so here we go. This notebook, you have to pick top or front or back of the notebook, and I'll decide whether you get to pick the category.
Front of the notebook.
You need to just get a coin. Get a coin, dude.
That's what I had by me, and that's what I went with. So back of the notebook is what you said front, so it was back. Yeah. So Scott won, and Scott, you get to pick from 2 categories. And for anyone that doesn't know how $10,000 pyramid works, which apparently they didn't before I did, there are 6 things. And Scott, you won't be Scott. I guess you can't see this, or I don't know if you can if you don't have the camera, how that works. But
you can.
Yeah,
I have the pyramid here of the things, and so there's 3 there's 3 lower categories, 2 middle, and 1 top. The first 3 are for 5 million things. The 2 are for 10 million things. And the other is for 20 million things. I will try to describe things from the category, and you have to guess what they are. You can, if you can't do one, you can pass. And I'm going to give you guys, I think, 2 minutes to get all the thing or usually it's like a minute. I'll do a minute and a half.
Okay.
So you can't just take forever. You have to, if you don't like what I'm giving you, just say pass and try to move on and get as many as possible. That's the goal here.
Okay.
So Scott, you have things to pick, and these are both things of me, by the way. These are not these are legit things from my life. You can either pick things that bug me or things I'm scared of.
Okay, well, since I got to be on point for this next minute and a half, let me quick do this rail. I got
there you go.
Going
solid.
And I'm not on camera. Yeah.
Again, why are you doing all this shit at my house? Your shit's getting wild over there. In that other room.
Yeah. Your mom's been giving me a lot of looks.
Yeah,
I bet she has. Oh, hey, I forgot to make some commentary I had for these, by the way. Okay, so Scott, we're gonna pretend like I didn't do this yet. Scott, you can pick from things I'm scared of, and it's not commitment, ha ha ha, and then things that bug me, which is also not commitment, ha ha ha. Anyway, okay, now it's time for you to pick.
Okay.
That was my typed in banter. Let's go.
Wow, flawless.
This is Eric. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do this. We're back to Eric hosts a game show. So anyway,
I forgot the intro. This is better than the 2 heavies, 1 drunk.
I know. I haven't even done the intro for the other commercials, but we're back, guys, on Eric hosts a game show. Scott, which one of these categories do you want to do?
Things that scare you.
Things that scare me. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to wait 20 seconds. If you have anything to say in 10 seconds before we get to the time limit here, that'll make it easy. Anything you'd like to say about yourself, Scott? You have 10 seconds.
Actually, I plan on...
I'm going to have to cut you off. It's time to get going here. I'm sorry. We ran out of time. Okay, things that scare me. All right. They slither around, and there we go. This building is really tall.
Falling off a building.
I don't like bungee jumping and shit. Planes are crazy.
Falling to your death.
I know what it is. I'm moving on.
Yeah, go.
Ooh, it's night. I don't want to do that at night.
Going outside at night?
I hate walking around my house and doing this at night. This is something I hate walking around my house doing at night.
Looking for sounds?
You're close. Kind of there.
Intruders?
Close. Close.
Oh my god! This is some janky. I need a better partner. Somebody help me. Okay.
How dare you? Okay, we'll move on. And by the way, I didn't think of some of this through as well. Anyway,
Hell of a thing for the host to say.
I'm in this public.
Taking up so much of your time.
I know he's getting a little more time because I'm doing a terrible job. I'm in this public bathroom and this happens.
If somebody comes next to you, takes a shit.
No. No.
Jerks off, robs you.
No. I'm sorry, but Scott, you got one of the things right.
Yeah, I was gonna say heights, right?
Dude, I'm gonna. On a side note, right? I had all this would go in my head, and I practiced it a lot, and it just. We're not all perfect, you know what I mean?
I'm okay the direction it took.
So, 5 million things you won, Scott, for that. So you're up to 7 million things. Okay. See, these are the things you didn't get that I'm scared of, and some of them I didn't even get to, but we can certainly discuss.
I wish I had this one.
Scott was right, or Tyler was right. Heights, what I was talking about with like the building and the planes and shit.
Someone looking underneath the stall. Was that the bathroom one?
No, you know what it is in a bathroom? Being in a public bathroom and someone knocks. When you're in those solo bathrooms and someone knocks, I don't know what to fucking
specific. Do. That is so goddamn specific.
That's the things. Yeah. When you do a game show, you fucking can come up with the things, okay? So, how about that, you son of a bitch?
Imagine if a host actually was you in a game show.
Right? Imagine if a contestant was as like angry at the host as you are.
Well, I mean, I honestly give Scott credit for that because like the idea I really was not doing a great description of these things. He's like, and it's the host.
Yeah.
Just alternating between apologizing and getting angry.
I know. Well,
I'm sorry, you son of a bitch.
That's most of my sex life, Scott.
Right.
So
do they have a band at this kind of thing?
I was just gonna say too that you said you wished you got things that scare him. No, the second I picked things that scare him, I was like, this is the wrong fucking choice. Literally, 50% of the things Eric talks about as he's getting older is things that bug him.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, the scaring thing seemed easier.
Scary. By the way, when I was talking about walking through my house at night, and I don't want to do this, it was looking out of a window.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! That is not a description of something. I don't like to look out the.
That would have been a good one, and that would have worked. And this is one I didn't even get to, by the way, Scott. And I don't know how in hell I was going to describe this. Believe it or in the end, now that I think about it, on second thought, that time when you asked
more than a singular thought prior to filming this.
I did, honest to God, I did, but I thought that these would work. Here's one that I would have liked to seen you try to guess. That time when you asked someone what they said 2 times and you still don't hear it, so you just agree because you don't want to look stupid and you don't know what they said.
Jesus Christ, that's so specific. How are you going to talk around describing that?
I have no idea what I was.
You started with
it wasn't the answers are not for you to get them.
No, and you started with snakes, which is a $10 million thing.
I will
wither. Yeah, boom. Okay, Indiana Jones hates them. Boom. Like
I will not have the integrity of this game show questioned in this manner.
We should start questioning it.
Hey, whoa, you're up next. Things that bug me.
Is there a game contestants union we can start? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I don't think we'd get the union, and we're not working for anyone.
Out. I will not.
Maybe getting 10 million things.
So Scott is winning by 7 million things. Okay. You have 10 seconds here, Tyler, and I'm going to start your thing of things that bug me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, time to go. Okay, I hate when I'm in a line and someone is doing this behind me.
Pushing you.
No.
Nudging you for it, talking on their phone.
Talking on the phone. He's got it.
All right.
I hate when dumb guy, it tends to be guys, make jokes about this thing. It can usually be a bodily function.
Peeing, coming,
what'd you say? That's close. It's something. Sometimes they might say, "Pull my finger."
Oh, farting.
There we go.
Okay.
I hate when you're going to the gas station and the gas station asks you for this before you fucking can pump.
Your ID? Money?
You have to you put in your credit card, and there's like 3 fucking things usually they make you ask. Pass. Okay.
Car wash.
I'm giving you a few seconds here because I can't even read this right now. Oh, I hate oh, here we go. This is a pet peeve that I hate of people, that they'd be like, oh, I hate when people do this. A lot of times it's coworkers at a job, or friends might hate that they'd be like, oh, that person always does this, and it's one of my pet peeves. Or a coworker always does this.
Oh, fuck.
It's like, oh, stop being a pussy. They're always a pussy because they do this. And
put your hand on your hip.
No.
Oh no, you keep doing it.
Oh, that fucking coworker. I fucking hate when people do this at my job.
Pass. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you one more thing here. I hate when you go to the thing and they're judged or no. Anyway.
What?
And your time's up.
My time's up.
This is
I still won because I got 2 things instead of 1.
I love how he's just morphing into like Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia the further we go down this list.
I have been watching a lot of Always Sunny recently.
Yeah, that is fair. I mean, cutting off at the very end without the last question.
Here's the things you missed, which are egregious. Here's these things that I can't believe you missed somehow.
Could you imagine watching a show where the host doesn't get the last question out because he laughed too hard? And then they end the show.
Look at this is neither here nor there, and I you just gotta fight through those. And if you were a good enough player, you would got the answers right. So
I feel like I'm having a stroke.
Here's the things you missed, which are crazy. The pet peeve you miss is people whose biggest pet peeve is people who talk behind people's back, especially at work. That's one.
You were doing this.
At the gas station, it was having to type your zip code in when I get gas.
No, so you were wrong, Scott.
Yeah, I guess was the car wash.
And these are 2 things I didn't even get to describing yet, but you still failed. Small talk.
Small talk. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And judgmental doctors. I didn't
get that one.
Well, I didn't even get to it, in fairness to you, but but still you failed and you didn't get it right.
So the answer and just said it's done. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, what is this judgmental doctor who's like,
oh, dude,
no,
I hate when you go.
You've had a severe head injury. You shouldn't be hosting a game show today. Like,
well, it's like you go to the dentist and they're like, well, have you been flossing or brushing your teeth? I don't know. Why don't you just check my fucking teeth out, and then if I got problems, we'll fix them. Don't worry about it. You tell me. That's what
Are you trying to catch me in a lie here? Leave me alone.
And I certainly didn't just go to the dentist recently and have that situation come up at all. So
feels very specific.
I've heard the flossing thing. I've never heard anybody getting mad about a dentist asking if they brush their teeth.
I just always think, like, you know what? I want you to just fucking do your thing and then tell me what's wrong. What does it even matter what I say? Because it's like you're going to tell me whether they're.
What are you like? No, I don't brush my teeth. I'm here for a tooth cleaning.
Yeah, right. That's what your job is.
Yeah, that's your job, pal.
Yeah. I come in once a year. You clean them. I'm set.
Right, exactly. What am I paying the $150 here for? Christ,
yeah. You keep them clean all year, bro.
Yeah,
I've actually said before, dude, that is what I would do if I won the lottery. Something I would do is literally hire my own personal dental hygienist to clean my teeth for me 5 days a week. They want 5 days a week in the morning. They do the cleaning. That'd be good to go.
Raw.
So, we gotta go to a commercial break before we come back to our final game to decide who wins all the things.
It's me.
And we're taking a break from Eric hosts a game show for this commercial. And then, okay, here we go. We at Google have been hearing a lot of complaints lately about how people are always spying on you and keeping track of everything you search and hide it in a massive data file. And our response to this is simply, yes, we belittle you by pretending our services are free when in reality we're making billions off of your personal info. But hey, where else are you going to turn to find quick answers to who played what in that insignificant role on TV or some nerdy sports statistic from the 70s? Google, you know the deal. So there we go. We're back here at Eric Hosts a Game Show. And Scott is unfortunately down 7 million things to 12 million things. Tyler's in the lead. And what I'm going to do is you guys are going to have to write this down. Now, Scott, we're just going to have to trust him because we can't see if he was lying or not. But actually, it doesn't matter because it's whatever I find the better response is. And so it's a little bit of like a match game situation.
Okay.
And so I'm going to give you guys a sentence, and you try to fill in the blanks in your mind of what is the most humorous response, and I'll decide who I think it is. And we'll decide how many things it's for after, I'll let you know. I was driving around the other day when I saw a driver do blank, and I yelled at them to blank. I'll give you guys a little time here. So what these contestants, and Tyler is, as I said, in the lead here, 12 million to 7 million. And they have to give an answer that I think would be the most entertaining. I was driving around the other day when I saw a driver do blank, and I yelled at them to blank. Does anyone have answers already?
When you saw a driver jacking off and you yelled at them to finish.
That is a damn good answer, to be honest with you. That's going to be tough to beat. That's going to be tough to beat.
My head went to jerking off, but
that's going to be tough to beat.
Okay, when a driver is taking a shit and you tell him to finish.
When you just stole my answer.
That is a blatant.
I had nothing else. And clearly Scott's gonna get it.
Wow, this is a guy who's supposed to be on the road next year doing comedy.
I know, doing comedy.
Real off the cuff shit there. Anyway, obviously Scott,
Tyler Charles.
Exactly.
Local interest.
Right. And Scott did win.
Carlos Mencia over here.
Right.
Carlos
and yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's a pretty fitting description to what I just did.
So in the end, Scott won. That was actually a really good answer on the top of your head. I really enjoyed it. It made me.
It was the only answer.
Unfortunately for Scott, yet again, Tyler was winning. Oh yeah, so the answer it was worth in the end 3, 5, 6 million things, and Scott has won.
Yes, Scott has won.
Yes. I was doing math in my head as we were deciding how many things that was worth.
Oh, I thought there was more than one question.
Nope, that was it, and it's over. Scott is the champion of this game.
All right then.
And you guys now are one game apiece, so I'll have to come up with another game at some point, and we'll decide who's the
real winner.
Yes.
Can you imagine if this was an actual game show involving money? It's going to end in murder.
I know. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's not a good ending, not a good show, to be honest with you.
You're giving me how much was it? Like 12 million?
Yeah,
he's at 15 million things.
This is I would say this is a very, very janky version of Squid Games we got going on here.
I feel like very lucrative version, not set up right, but like definitely has cash to back it up.
Anyway, that was it. Eric hosts a game show. I'm your host, Eric Fady. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
and out to the local hookers in the area. I'll see you later. Bye.
This is your little sign off.
Yeah, right. Little sign off. All right. Well, that was the show.
All of the condoms falling from the sky like confetti was a very weird touch.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Why were half of them wet? Not a fan.
I actually used to do a joke one time. I tried to work a joke one time where I said, what was it like? That there's never been a person, I bet, in the world in America that's bought more condoms that have gone expired. Like, because like I used to like whenever I'd go on like weekend trips up to Boyne or, to Chicago or shit, I'd always buy a new pack of condoms, like with this, I'm going to bang a girl and whatnot. And then they'd never use them. And I just but then eventually they'd just be sitting in my car for years and they'd get expired. Anyway, that was the show, guys. So that's it.
Yeah, good to know that you got a bunch of expired condoms in your car.
Well, not anymore.
Future relationships.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys.
Can you donate those to Goodwill?
Yeah, if you're fucking Eric, just make sure to get your own condoms.
Right. So that was it, guys. That was my game there, and thank you for playing along.
Hell yeah, that was fun.
Who's next? Tyler. Scott's next week.
Scott's next week. It is Scott.
Okay, so it's been a minute since one of our earlier episodes, I did that Woodstock 99 episode. And at the time, originally my plan was I had a couple of different big events gone wrong that I was planning on doing. And then Woodstock 99 ended up just taking up the full hour. So
right.
I want to do another episode on big events gone wrong. That's probably going to be a couple of smaller stories put together.
Cool.
Yeah,
I always like seeing things go wrong, dude. There's nothing. I mean, that Fox made a living out of that, right, in the 90s. When things go wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
For real.
They're animals attack.
And there's something so fascinating to me about the idea of just somebody dumping tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars into a thing, getting thousands of people together, and then just fucking it up 100.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Because you kind of expect with something that there's got to be so much security, there's got to be so much shit prepared for this, and then when it goes wrong, it's probably the best thing ever. Because no one ever expects it, and that means it goes over the top.
Right.
For sure. Awesome. Well, that sounds good, dude. Hey, thanks for everyone for listening, by the way, this week to Two Hippies, One Drunk. We record every day, every weekday or every week on Wednesdays, usually around 6:00, sometimes a little later. Please, we'd love it if you could go and subscribe to us on, YouTube and Spotify and iTunes and give us ratings. Don't listen to this son of a bitch here. Don't download this on iTunes, he says. Fuck this guy.
You gotta have haters. That's how you know you're doing good.
It's always hilarious. For years and years, a person telling me how terrible I am, yet they keep commenting on everything I do. It's great. I love it. Telling me how terrible I've been doing for 5 years now in my life. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, fuck that guy, and have a good night, and thanks for checking out Two Hippies, One Drunk. Subscribe, like our friggin' our Facebook and all that stuff, like Eric was saying, and listen to a couple if you want some free art or a free tarot reading, check that stuff out too.
Yeah, and also I just want to say that our boy Anthony over here says don't download this to iTunes, which even if you followed his directions, doesn't really affect us at all.
Don't do that because it's ours.
It's
technically our thing, so don't download it to iTunes.
That's a good point.
I uploaded it to iTunes.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
So,
so thanks for having our back, Anthony.
Yeah, maybe he should spend less time hating and more time working on his reading comprehension.
And